Attention, patient passenger, laptop for mail. Laptop for mail. Media party, double one, backup number 6. Again, patient passenger, laptop for mail. Media party, double one, backup number 6.
Let's take a...
Amazing. Thank you. Thank you for doing this. Really appreciate it. I'm Daniel Schmidt. I'm a freshman at the University of Chicago. My question is for Ms. Applebaum. So in 2020, you wrote, "Those who live outside the Fox News bubble do not, of course, need to learn any of the stuff about Hunter Biden," referring to his laptop, of course. A poll later after that found that if voters knew about the content of the laptop, 16% of Joe Biden voters would have acted differently. Now, of course, we know a few weeks ago, the New York Times confirmed that the content is real. Do you think the media acted inappropriately when they instantly dismissed Hunter Biden's laptop as Russian disinformation? And what can we learn from that in ensuring that what we label as disinformation is truly disinformation and not reality?
I mean, my problem with Hunter Biden's laptop is I think totally irrelevant. I mean, it's not whether it's disinformation or, I mean, I don't think the Hunter Biden's business relationships have anything to do with who should be president of the United States. So I don't find it to be interesting. I mean, that would be my problem with that as a major news story.
No, I'm glad you brought out this guy. So this guy, John Cipher, was an ops officer, a senior ops officer in the Central Intelligence Agency. It's a very high position. He was in government for decades. He rose to some of the highest positions at the CIA. Then he publicly came out and signed this letter calling Hunter Biden's laptop Russian disinformation, he being John Cipher. He tweeted out or promoted an article that Politico put out, which the headline was, "The laptop is Russian disinformation." And later, just this past week, John Cipher, comes out and says what you just said, basically cheering the fact that he, an intelligence official, signed a document to push a false narrative that helped defeat Donald Trump. That is why people believe there's a deep state, Jan. That is why people can't get it out of their minds. It's not just Russiagate now. Now we're on to Hunter Biden and his laptop, and you have some of the most senior officials in government who were in government at the time cheering for Trump's failure on information they knew to be false or should have known to be false.
There's a Hunter Biden whistleblower who has been in hiding in Europe. He's in Switzerland. And he gave an interview, and he has shed some light on the entire laptop and some things that have not yet been exposed to us.
The visible emails were about 8,000 of them, but 120,000 of them were in archives and very difficult to reach, and sometimes the search bar didn't work, as we now know. And so at first we thought we were just going to bring to the fore all the things that Merriman and Associates had found: 128,000 emails, 28,000 images, yada, yada. We did that very quickly. But my guys were so good, and one of them particularly said, I feel like there's more there, Jack. Can I look? I said, sure. You know, all I know how to do is turn on my computer. That's about it. And he started searching. First thing we found were 4,000 little microscopic thumbnails of erased pictures. Those pictures were brought up. We can see them all. Then I'm sitting there. I've been on the phone, as you can imagine, all week, and he says, my God, I just found another 20 gigabytes of this and that and this and that. And ultimately, we found 450 gigabytes of what Hunter thought was erased material. Now, some of it was duplicate, but amongst those things were 80,000 images and videos. And when my tech guy first started looking at them, it was very uncomfortable. Many of them were young girls, for some reason, sending pictures to Hunter with their tongues out. And I said, you've got to stop. You have to stop. If he meant to erase these pictures, I was feeling there could be a high likelihood that there was something that no man or woman with a soul would want to see. And then I would be instantly obligated to go to the Swiss police. And I wanted to make sure before that eventuality had to come to pass that we had archived all the other material. Now, since then, we found thousands and thousands of PDFs we didn't know about. We believe that we've been able to scrape all the attachments. We keep finding more and more things. And so that became quite horrifying. And that's where we are, people. And in short order, I'm going to make it available to the world. My original intention on coming here was to make copies for the United States Senate, the House of Representatives, and U.S. law enforcement, because every single crime that Hunter committed, other than espionage, is also a state crime. All these crimes can be prosecuted at the state level. And as I said earlier, why would we wait for Mrs. Peter Strzok to do something about it? Because we know her husband didn't do anything about it, because he testified against the president in the first impeachment while being in possession of Hunter's laptop. Here's something that I think everybody has to understand, and I've not gotten a clear answer. The Washington Post has not gotten a clear answer. Josh, I don't believe you've gotten a clear answer. The Senate Judiciary Committee, who finally contacted me about a month ago, had no answer. It appears that that FBI agent who picked up Hunter's laptop and those who he was associated with never filed Hunter Biden's laptop into evidence at the FBI. The FBI received the laptop on the 9th of December 2019, but they actually were informed of its existence earlier. Now, what did they do about it? I don't know. I've not seen any confirmation that they've done anything. As far as I can tell, the trial in Delaware is about taxes. It's not about abusing children. It's not about trafficking women. It's not about putting in jail the crack dealers all across America who Hunter used to keep his habit up. And I think it's very important that I say this right now. The crack laws in the United States of America put almost 200,000 African American males in jail. Anybody can look it up. The ACLU did a study about a lost generation. Joe Biden wrote that law. That law made 1 gram of crack cocaine equal to 100 grams of powder. And it destroyed entire communities. So BLM, if you're listening, I hope you're getting your blood pressure up, because Hunter never got prosecuted.
Attention, patient passenger, laptop for mail. Laptop for mail, media party, double 1, backup number 6. Again, patient passenger, laptop for mail. Media party, double 1, backup number